This is King James with the music you love on As King Radio, 98.5 Speed FM.
Staying up till the morning light. No, you don't mind it.
Hello and welcome to Express Speed. It's me, King James, here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Of course, if you're just joining us for the first time, Asking Radio is streaming live 24/7 at askingradio.com. That is, if you are using the internet, it's askingradio.com. If you're using smart speaker like Alexa, you just ask the smart speaker to tune the station Asking Radio. If you're using Asking Radio app, it's on Android, and of course it's on iOS. That's Apple devices. Talk about iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. Of course, you can find Asking Radio there as well. Of course, here on Facebook Live, and of course YouTube Live as well. You can find us here. All right. So tonight, I'm looking at the journey of the coronavirus disease in Nigeria. So a lot of people have lost track of what's been happening. And as you are aware, it is our duty as media men or women, to bring things like this of importance to you. Okay, now, if you begin to look at what has happened in Nigeria, COVID-19, a lot of people are still doubting, but it's been here and it's here. So the question has been, who is patient zero? Because we all know it came from Wuhan in China, but the world has not been able, the Chinese authorities have not been able to actually identify who patient zero was. There were few cases of, some kind of ailment that were discovered in China. Some researchers say it was as far back as 1st of December 2019, but some say it was towards the end of December. But that's for China, and it looked as though it was going to remain there. So, but in Nigeria, on the 27th day of February 2020, that's this year, Nigeria confirmed this first case. That's our own patient zero. He was an Italian citizen that came to Lagos and tested positive. So between February 27 and March 9th, that was when the second case was reported in Ewekoro in Ogun State. This time around, it was a Nigerian citizen who had contact, with the Italian. So as at March 9, 2020, you could say that we had only, 2 cases. But the second second case, in Nigeria, we speak our own English. So people keep saying second index case. Okay, the second case in Nigeria was discharged. So it means he was, treated of coronavirus. So as at March 17, 2020, Nigeria confirmed the third case. If you look at the journey, the progression from February 27 to March 17, 2020, Nigeria confirmed its third case in Lagos State again. And this time around, a 30-year-old Nigerian female citizen that returned from the UK, that is 4 days earlier. So now let's jump to March 24. The reason why I'm jumping to March 24 is if you look at Asking Radio's website yesterday, we're trying to look at what what's happening in Nigeria, and we looked at this case here, which was the first death in Nigeria. If you're looking at your screen, I'm sure you have seen the first death in Nigeria, which was on the 23rd of March, 2020. So then that was the first death in Nigeria. But 3 months later, yesterday, we did a story, and in the story we were saying that, of course, what happens 3 months later, exactly 3 months later, that's the story here I'm trying to show you. Probably you didn't see it. We're looking at 90 days from March 23 to June 23, 2019, and we were saying that from the first death to coronavirus, Nigeria added or recorded 524 more deaths. And if you come down here on the day that this death was recorded, according to the NCDC, the virus was in 5 states and the FCT. So as at March 23, when we recorded the first death, FCT had only 7 cases, Lagos 24, Oyo 1, Ogun 2, Ekiti 1, and Edo State 1. So 3 months later, we were trying to say that Ekiti did very well because they have only 34 additional cases from the time Nigeria had its first death recorded. So Ekiti had only 34 additional cases from the day we first lost someone to COVID-19. So now, if you look at this, which is what you are seeing here as at March 24, which is like 3 months ago, roughly you can say 90 days or just few days after 90 days, you say that there were 4 new cases on a day like this 3 months ago, 1 in Lagos, 1 in Ogun, 1 in Bauchi, and 1 in FCT. Now, if you jump 3 months later, you can now see that in a day we are recording 452 new cases. Lagos alone, 209, Oyo 67, Delta 37, Ogun 36, FCT 22, Abia 20, Enugu 16, Bauchi 15, Kaduna 8, Ondo 8, Oshun 7, Imo 3, Benue 3, and Borno 1. So that's where we are 3 months later, from having just 4 cases in a day to 452 in a day. Now, if you come back here, we're actually looking at COVID-19 journey in Nigeria. So if you come here and take a look at this, this is also what's happening today. So 3 months ago on a day like this, we had only 4 cases, but today 552. And 3 months ago on a day like this, we recorded just 1 death, but in 3 months, that is 532 additional deaths to what we recorded 3 months ago. So you can see that COVID-19 is not joking. It's rather just coming on and coming on strong. Let me quickly take a look at some of your comments that have been coming in. This is coming from Samuel Anula. Are you saying good evening, King? Play Tonokumi music for me, please. Thank you very much. I'll do that on Asking Radio TV. This is English. And Tionog Basil, you're saying happy to be here once again. Thank you very much, Tionog. And from Bright Yima Antio, you're saying Asking Radio always doing us proud. Thank you. And from Ibeshang Paul, yeah, I can see your profile picture has changed. That means your status has changed as well. You married just last Saturday. You're saying a job well done, sir. Thank you very much. And from Simeon on the card, Teyima, you saying good evening to our distinguished radio presenter. Hi, Chief King Yiye. That's the promo. Thank you very much. and you are going ahead. That's Simeon Odekatima. You're saying I'm here live in Lekki, Lagos State. And from Samuel Anula, you're also saying again that I'm enjoying this broadcast live in Abuja. Thank you very much. Job well done. Thank you. Thank you to all of you who have joined us. Samuel Tobla, you say, hi, King James. Yeah, good analysis. Thank you very much for tuning in. And of course, so that is what's been happening here. And if you also just come here and look at this website of the NCDC, you can see the spread. We have 21,371 confirmed cases, out of which 13,500 are active and 7,338 are discharged, and then 533 deaths. I am in Benue, so whatever I do, I come down to Benue State. So in Benue State, we have 47 cases reported. And of course, we have here number of cases on admission in Benue, as you can see here, that's 31. And then you come back here, the number of cases discharged in Benue, 15. And Benue has recorded one death from coronavirus. Ekiti has recorded 2. But of course, they've discharged 28, and they have active cases on admission, only 5 there. So that's what's happening around the country on coronavirus. A lot of people still doubt if coronavirus is real because they're seeing symptoms of what appears to be malaria and typhoid fever. And so they are thinking that malaria is another name for COVID-19. And they are thinking that the authorities are just making noise. But I tell you, this is a reality that has come to stay. So always, and as usual, you try to observe the set down regulations, the safety regulations of always washing your hands with soap for at least 20 seconds under running water, and covering your face with a face mask. Recently these fabric face masks are effective. At least they're going to stop saliva or spittle from reaching you if you stay away some 2 meters away from someone who is talking directly in your face or to your face, and then sterilizing or just cleaning surfaces, especially in public places or those that are mostly touched. But I'm asking people all the time, when you're hopping on a bike, you really don't care what's there. So we're not as careful as we should. But again, the first case in Nigeria was on the 27th of February. And just roughly less than 4 months later, you can see where we are today with cases at over 20,000, so that's the cases there, over 21,000 as a matter of fact, because we have 21,371 cases, out of which we've recorded 533 deaths. So that alone should tell you that coronavirus is real. I mean, those things people always doubt. There must be doubt, but that is what it is. Okay, so this is King James here, and exactly where I'll be leaving you here. Thanks to all of you sending your comments. I'll be playing this music that my children love so much, and I've come to fall in love with it. It's one of the songs that I'm entitled to, some of the songs that we can play free on Facebook and YouTube when we're creating content. Is actually a great song. It's Lucky by Brendan McCusker. So enjoy here on Asking Radio. This is King James.
You are a rainbow, so I am lucky one. I am lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am lucky one. I am lucky one. Staying up till the morning light. No, don't mind it. I think you like it. Always showing you wrong from right. I'll let you guide me. Just stay beside me. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow sun. I am lucky I am lucky I. You are my baby.
This is King James with the music you love on As King Radio, 98.5 Speed FM.
Seasons change, but you're the same. Your look is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow sun. I am lucky I. You are my favorite song. I am lucky I am lucky I. I am lucky I am lucky I. I am lucky I am lucky I.
This is King James with the music you love on As King Radio, 98.5 Speed FM.
You are my favorite song. I am lucky I am lucky I. Staying up till the morning light. No, you don't mind it. I think you like it. Always showing you wrong from right. I'll let you guide me. Just stay beside me. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow sun. I am lucky I am lucky I. You are my favorite song. I am lucky I am lucky I. I am lucky I am lucky I. I am lucky I am lucky I. Seasons change, but you're the same. Your look is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow sun. I am lucky I am lucky I. You are my favorite song. I am lucky I am lucky I.
AskingRadio.com app available on Android and iOS devices. Download now.
We play the greatest music
98.5 Speed FM. This is King James with the music you love on As King Radio, 98.5 Speed FM.
AskKingRadio.com app available on Android and iOS devices. Download now.